Hey everyone, it's me Vanessa. I want to make a video for my week 104 post-op VSG surgery. So it has been almost a year. This Wednesday will be my 2 years post-op from the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. But let me start with my normal stats. So I started at my highest weight back in January of 2014 at 280 pounds. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on March 13th of 2017 at 235.2. And as of this morning, I'm sitting at 151.4, which is a gain of 0.6 for the week, a loss since surgery of 83.8, and a total loss of 128.6 pounds from my highest weight. So, how did this past week go? Not the best, but not the worst either. I actually had quite of a balance and a lot going on this week emotionally. It is coming up to that time of the month, so this was the week that I was just wanting everything. I wanted to eat everything in sight. I was literally, like I always say, a bottomless pit. I would eat, and then an hour or two later, I would be ravenous again, and so I just went with it. I went with it. The times that I was okay and not having issues with my hunger, I ate just normal healthy portions. And then when I wanted something like a cookie, I had a cookie. And so that's kind of like where I am this week, you know, and my goal is just to maintain as much as I can, and I didn't gain more than a pound. I only gained 0.6 for the week, so I call that a win. And so my goal this week is just, now that I'm back to normal, I'm just gonna get back on plan, get back on track. And this is kind of why I want to talk about all this today, especially before the 2-year mark of my weight loss and maintenance, is that this is how I maintain my weight. A lot of people, even I have feared maintenance from the very beginning. I felt like once I lost all the weight, I would never keep it off. And I was always hearing all these people talk about how they have gained all their weight back from the surgery. And I can see it. I can see how it happens. You know, like if I were to allow this past week to continue through months and months and even a year, I could definitely gain all my weight back. But I don't allow that to happen. I weigh in weekly. I keep tabs on my weight. If I get above 150, which I am, I work on weight loss. And if I'm under 150, then I just continue with maintenance. And so that's exactly what maintenance is. And I try to tell people, you know, you don't just gain the pounds magically. You don't wake up the next day and find yourself 30, 40, even 80 pounds over. You progress. So, you know, if you're weighing in every week, you should catch the regain. Even if you're weighing every month, once a month, that's it. You weigh in once a month, there is no way you can gain more than 20 pounds in 1 month. And so it's so important to keep tabs on your weight. And if you do gain weight very easily, weigh in every week. It takes very little time. It has you more aware of where you are as far as your weight loss and weight gain. For me, so I also use my clothing. So when I wear like jeans or tops, if I feel uncomfortable in those jeans and tops, that's also when I get back to weight loss. And so if you focus on those things, maintenance is pretty simple. You know, I eat the same exact way I ate when I lost weight, that I eat in maintenance. Nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed is that I have more freedom as far as treats. If I want in the middle of the week something, I can have it and it not be a big deal. If I go out to eat, I enjoy. I pick something a little healthier, of course. I'm always, you know, thinking I want to eat healthier food, right? But if I want like some bread, or if I want something that's not necessarily healthy, that's very yummy, I just have it, but I share a portion. I don't have the whole thing. And so if you keep that in mind, you got maintenance down. I mean, totally, you have maintenance down. And so that's what I want to talk about. You know, I have been maintaining my weight for almost a year now, and it's taken some work, definitely, on figuring out my body and what I can get away with and what I can't get away with. And so I've found, you know, that the weekends, it works for me. Having weekends where I can enjoy what I want, the schedule that I want, I can eat off track, enjoy foods, meals that I normally wouldn't have. That is what I give myself on the weekend, especially when we travel. And then the weekdays are very structured. I make sure that I eat a balanced diet, and then occasional, if I want something here and there, I will have it. You know, like if there's a time that we're going out during the week instead of just the weekend, I will move my weekend splurge to that day instead of the weekend. And so it's just finding that balance. You have to find that balance. And like I always say, if there's a particular trigger that causes you to overeat, those are the foods that are kind of like no-nos. So those are the foods that you really can't have. But yeah, so everything is going well. I completed week 1 of 80-Day Obsession. My body was completely sore again for the second week in a row. It was like a roll and release video on Sunday, and I noticed that my calves are very tight again. And so that always happens with this program. Any type of lower body, I tense my calves. And so it was nice to roll them out, the muscles. And so I continue with week 2 this week. Last week I did not run, and my goal is to run this week. So get back into running, obviously take care of myself with my diet, and just altogether just get under 150. I want to get back under 150. And so I'm not too far. Like I said, I take it day by day, meal by meal, and just keep on working on it. I never give up. So, but that's it. Next week, for the video for my 2-year post-op, because my 2-year falls on Wednesday, I'm going to wait until Monday of next week to do the video for my 2-year post-op. I want to make a video of misconceptions, things that I thought about or thought the surgery would be before I had the surgery, and then looking back at the past 2 years, what has changed in my mindset and how I see things now. And so that is what I want to share in next week's video, because I have definitely lived the weight loss and I've lived the maintenance. And so I know both parts on this surgery and what has made me successful with keeping the weight off. And then after my 2-year mark, I want to just give information that you guys are wanting to know, especially about starting the whole process of weight loss surgery and how the beginning stages were, and the diet, and what has helped and what hasn't, you know, those type things. So that is my goal for this year. You know, I'm starting year 3 this week, and it's insane to think that the time has gone by so quickly. I know you guys hear it all the time from all of us who have been, you know, a year out, 2 years out, 3 years out. It does. It goes by quickly. I would say the first few months, 3 months, were the worst. Because you're getting used to everything. You're learning what your body likes and what it doesn't. You're having to act like a toddler again, because you're having to try new foods, slowly introduce new foods so that you don't get sick, and that you find out what your body does need and what it doesn't. And so it's all about this learning. Definitely I've learned throughout the whole journey, but mostly the first 3 months have been the most different and the hardest for me. And then after that, it was like smooth sailing. It was effortless, and it felt great to find a diet plan that I could stick with for life. And that's the one thing I want to end with, is when you're going through this progress and this process and everything dealing with weight loss surgery, a lot of people ask, you know, what diet did you follow? What did you eat? And the one thing that I can share that is the most important information is to follow the diet that you can stick with. From day 1, I have eaten the way that I eat now. I have not changed anything. I eat a well-balanced diet. I have fruits, I have vegetables, I have carbs. I have it all, but I have a balance of it. And that's because this is the way I can eat for life. If I could do keto for life, I would do keto. If I could do any other diet for life, that's the diet I would choose. And so just finding that one way of eating that you can stick with. There's a lot of people who prefer vegetarian and vegan. And so you have to do what works for you. And you will find that if you find something livable for life, maintenance is just as easy. You know, people say, oh, maintenance is hard. Maintenance really isn't that hard. And the reason why I think people think it's hard is because you don't have the excitement of weight loss anymore. It's like, oh, I'm still 150 pounds, or I'm still this and that. And so you have to find new challenges and new things to work towards. And that's like exercise and changing the way that you look at food and just daily challenges that you want to work on. That is what's so important to keep on with maintenance. You know, make your life exciting, try new things, and then you will find that it is more exciting and that it is doable. And so if you all keep everything that I say in mind and, you know, just focus on, I guess you could say, over weight loss, focus on your health. And that helps. It helps a lot. And don't think that exercise is the only way that you'll lose weight. Exercise is a great thing, don't get me wrong. But your diet is the most important thing. And when you get your diet down on track and you figure out what works for your body, then everything else falls into place. And so that's how I want to end this week's video. Yeah, I'm excited. Wednesday, 2 years post-op, and I'm loving life. I really am. So you guys take care, and I will see you all next Monday for my 2-year post-op video. Bye for now.